I hope everyone is great. Welcome you back for the maths class. I am Deepak. As we completed the exercise 6.1 in the last class, so let us move for the next concept called as the parallel lines and transversal lines. Okay, parallel lines already we learned in the introduction part. Okay, let me revise that. Okay, parallel line actually when the two lines never intersect on a plane, they are said to be parallel lines. And one more way of definition is also I gave in the introduction part. When the two lines are equidistant from each other are said to be parallel lines. Okay, so let us understand the transversal line. Transversal line is nothing but it's a line which intersect two or more lines at distinct point. For example, I will show you the diagram. This is one line and this is one more line. It may be parallel or it may not be parallel. Okay, I may draw in this manner. Okay, these are the two lines. Okay, and I will define the transversal line. Transversal line are the lines which intersect two or more lines at a distinct point. They are said to be transversal line. Okay, now one more diagram is here. I will draw over here a transversal line. See, this is also one kind of transversal line which is intersected at 2 points A and B. Here also we can name it as A and B. Okay, it may be parallel lines or it may not be parallel lines, but this line wherever it intersects at two distinct points, that particular line is said to be a transversal line. Okay, this is about the parallel line and transversal line. So now on this basis only we have some concept, very important concept, which was in 7th also, and it was continued for 8th class, and now once again it is in 9th class, and it will be continued for our next higher classes, 10th class. Okay, so what all concepts are, let us see. I will draw the diagram. I will draw first non-parallel lines. Okay, and this is a transversal line and it is intersected at point P, I will say, and this is a point I will say as a Q, I will say. Okay, now the two lines M and N are intersected by the transversal line. Okay, there will be a formation of angle here. Can you see this? One angle is formed here and one more angle is over here. One more and one more. 4 angles are formed line. Okay, now some more angles are here. Yes or no? So this that when the transversal line cuts the two lines, there are 8 angles are formed in that. When a transversal line cuts two lines, there will be a formation of 8 angles, and according to their position they have been named there. Okay, they have been named. Now when transversal line intersect M and N, what all angles are formed? Let us see that part. Okay, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4 is formed in this part, and angle 5, angle 6, angle 7 and angle 8. Okay, now here for the particular position, there are particular names in that. Okay, actually when transversal line intersect parallel lines or non-parallel lines, there will be a formation of alternate angles, corresponding angles and vertically opposite angle. Okay, so firstly let us discuss about the alternate angles here. Okay, alternate angles, under this only we have two kinds. One is interior alternate angles and one more is exterior alternate angle. Okay, now let us talk about interior alternate angle. Interior alternate angle are formed at the interior part of the transversal line. Okay, interior alternate angle. interior alternate angles are formed at the interior part. Means the position of the interior alternate angles are what? 5 and 6. Sorry, 4 and 6. Angle 4 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 5. Okay, angle 3 and angle 5. This set is called as the interior alternate angles. Angle 4 and angle 6 is one set of interior alternate angles, and angle 3 and angle 5 is one more set of interior alternate angle. This is the position of the alternate angles or interior alternate angles. Okay, now one more, second one, exterior alternate angles. Let us see which position is called as a exterior alternate angles. Angle 2, angle 8, angle 1, angle 7. These are the exterior alternate angles. Okay, let me write here angle 1 and angle 7 and angle 2 and angle 8. This is one set of exterior alternate angle and this is one set of exterior alternate angles. Okay, these are the positions of exterior and interior alternate angles. Okay, now I am not saying that they are equal here. Okay, I am just saying and I am saying. Okay, now we will go for the next one, interior alternate angles 1. Okay, and whenever we are going to name the interior this position of the angles, we'll just name it as an alternate angle. We'll not go particularly for interior alternate angle or exterior alternate angle. Okay, so just we name it as a alternate angles. Now next part, corresponding angles. Okay, corresponding angles. Now let me show you the position of the corresponding angle. See, angle 1 and angle 5 is one set of corresponding angle. Angle 2 and angle 6. Angle 2 and angle 6, and this is at the upper level. Okay, now we will come for the down level or downward. Angle 4 and angle 8, angle 3 and angle 7. These are the positions of the corresponding angles. Okay, clear with this? One more time I will say you, corresponding angles are angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 8, angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, this is the this is the corresponding angles. Okay, in generally we can how we will remember this means, see, I will tell about the alternate angle also and I will tell about the corresponding angle also. Alternate angles, or those angles will be like a formed in a Z manner. See, if these are the two lines, this is the transversal line. Okay, see where it is formed, at the inner part of this line segment, and this is also at the inner part of the line segment. So if it is in the Z shape, then there will be formation of alternate angle. Okay, what about corresponding angle? Corresponding angle also, if it is in a F shape, like one below the other angle, this is the position of the corresponding angle. Clear with this? This is about the alternate angle and corresponding angle. Okay, now however you know about the vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are also formed here. Okay, let me show you vertically opposite angle. Simple, it is as you know, this angle 1 and angle 3, angle 2 and angle 4. Okay, and angle 5 and angle 7, angle 6 and angle 8. Okay, angle 6 and angle 8. These are the positions of the vertically opposite angle. Okay, this is about the a transversal line intersected two non-parallel lines. Okay, this is just naming of the position of the angles formed when the transversal line is intersected the non-parallel lines. Clear with this? Okay, fine. Okay, now the same concept is continued for the parallel lines. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now these are the two parallel lines and this is the transversal line. I will make it as a M and N here, and this is I will make it as a L. Okay, now the same angles are formed here, but when transversal line intersect two parallel lines, the angle formed here, they are equal. Like alternate angles are equal and corresponding angles are equal. Okay, clear with this? This is important statement here. When a transversal line intersect two parallel lines, the angles formed here, they will be equal. That which are those angles means alternate angles and corresponding angles. We are naming this as in generally alternate angle. We are not going particularly for interior alternate angle or exterior alternate angle. Okay, just we are saying alternate angle. Okay, fine. Let us go for let us name the angles first. Same only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now let me show you first alternate angle, that is interior alternate angle. Interior alternate angles, and these angles are equal here. Why? Because the transversal line is intersecting a parallel lines. Okay, angle 1, sorry, I am talking about the interior, no? So interior means angle 4 and equal to angle 6. See, I am writing it as angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Okay, now we will go for exterior alternate angles. Angle 1 is equal to angle 7, angle 2 is equal to angle 8. Okay, once again I will repeat it that why they are equal. These angles are equal because the transversal line is intersecting the parallel lines. Okay, then only they are equal. So next, this is about the alternate angles. Under that, interior alternate angles, exterior alternate angles. Okay, and now we'll go for the corresponding angles. So what are the position of the corresponding angle? As I said, it should be in the F shape. Angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 8, angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, we will write here angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 is equal to angle 6, angle 4 is equal to angle 8, and angle 3 is equal to angle 7. There are 4 corresponding angles which are equal to each other. Clear with this? Fine. However, vertically opposite angles are equal only. So just we will write it that part also, vertically opposite angles. Okay, angle 1 is equal to angle 3, angle 2 is equal to angle 4, angle 5 is equal to angle 7, and angle 6 is equals to angle 8. Okay, clear with this? This is the important concept what I said which is continued for the next year. Once again I will repeat it. When the transversal line intersect two parallel lines, the alternate angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, and vertically opposite angles are, however they are equal only, they will be equal only here in this also. Okay, now in alternate angles, interior alternate angles, they are angle 4 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 5. Okay, these are equal because M and N are parallel. M and N are parallel lines. Okay, now exterior alternate angles are angle 1 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8. They are equal because M and N are parallel lines. Now corresponding angles are angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 is equal to angle 6, angle 4 is equal to angle 8, angle 3 is equal to angle 7. They are equal because M and N are parallel lines. Clear with this? And lastly, vertically opposite angles. However, vertically opposite angles are equal only because when the two lines are intersected, the angles formed at the oppositely, they will be equal. Okay, angle 1 equal to angle 3, angle 2 equal to angle 4, angle 5 equal to angle 7, angle 6 equal to angle 8. Okay, this is the most important concept of this chapter. Clear with this? Okay, fine. Now under this only we have some more concept. Okay, some more concept like allied angles, which are also called as a consecutive interior angles and also called as co-interior angles. I will show you what are allied angles and or a co-interior alternate angles or a consecutive interior angles. Okay, let me continue here only. Allied angles or consecutive and interior angles or co-interior angles. Okay, now okay, let me define the allied angles, co-interior angles and consecutive interior angles. The interior angles on the same side of the transversal line are said to be allied angles or co-interior angles or consecutive interior angles. I will show you in the diagram. Angle 4 and angle 5, they are allied angles. Angle 3 and angle 6, they are also allied angles or consecutive alternate angles or interior co-interior angles. Okay, so this is also one kind of important concept. Okay, we'll go for the next concept now. Okay, let us go for some of the axioms of this particular concept. Okay, now if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. This was discussed during the transversal line intersect the parallel lines. I'll show you the diagram. Okay, this is the diagram. Okay, when a transversal line intersect two parallel lines, the angle formed here, they are equal. Okay, na? Like alternate angles are equal and corresponding angles are equal. Yes or no? Okay, so that only they are saying here. The corresponding angles are equal. I will show you. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5 and angle 2 is equal to angle 6, angle 4 is equal to angle 8, angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Okay, the axiom says about this only. Okay, now to the converse of this above axiom. Okay, here it is. If a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, I will show you in the diagram. Okay, now I will say M is one line and one more I will write it here, N here. Okay, M and N are the lines. I am saying only lines. I am not saying M and N are parallel lines. Okay, I am saying you that they are only lines. Okay, now there is a transversal line L which intersect M and N lines. L is the transversal line which intersect M and N over here P and here Q. Q. Okay, now the statement says that if the corresponding angles are equal, okay, if a pair of corresponding angles are equal, then these M and N are parallel to each other, they are saying. Okay, if the corresponding angles are equal, then M and N are parallel lines, the axiom is saying. Clear with this? This axiom is converse of the previous one, this one. Okay, clear with this?